The Legend of Zelda is one of those series that everyone knows about. Even if you haven't played it yourself, you've heard about it or heard its music. Ah, its music. What lovely melodies. They inflict wonder, action, adventure, despair, sadness, and even fun! So if you couldn't already tell by the title of the video or my references to music, we're going to be talking about Zelda songs. Now, keep in mind, these aren't the ones I think are the 10 best. Well, kind of think they're the best because they're my favorites, but what I'm trying to say is they're the ones that are most important to myself. So, enough talk, let's go. The Song of Healing is one any seasoned Zelda player has had, ringing through their heads throughout their playthrough of Majora's Mask. Honestly, if someone asked me about the atmosphere, tone, story, basically anything about Majora's Mask, I wouldn't answer with words, but would instead direct them to this song. It fits this game oh so well. It's not just meant to be a sad song like it may seem, but also emphasizes the peace we have of those no longer with us. It reminds us that sometimes it's okay to just reflect on life, and when I do have those moments, this is always in the background, healing the wounds the world has brought to me. Next up on the list is the Stone Tower Temple theme. Yes, this too is from Majora's Mask, but it's the last one from this game, so don't worry. What makes this song so memorable is the amount of emotions it truly sends to you at one time. The mystery of stepping into a place with totally new obstacles you've yet to face. You feel adventurous, ready to conquer, but still, you can't help but be filled with terror. Link's walking all in, all confident, and challenges ahead and no problem, and then BANG! It hits you with an incredible dose of intimidation and fright. Can you actually finish the dungeon? Will you make it out alive? If not, just play the Song of Time and try again. Call me arrogant, but I don't think I even need to say anything about this song. We all knew one of these versions would make it on the list. I would say there was some epic battle across all the Hyrule Fields about which one was better, but I don't think it's a contest at all. The Twilight Princess version of Hyrule Field is Hyrule Field. It's what every other baby Hyrule Field wishes it would grow up to be. If they were to ever top this version of the song, I would truly be surprised. That's all I have to say about it. Another track from Twilight Princess, Midna's Lament is the first time I felt so helpless in a Zelda game, and one of the few times in my time gaming as a whole. To prevent spoilers from all three of you who haven't played the game yet, I won't go into depth about the situation, but you all know what I'm talking about. It puts you into a mental state of chaos and confusion. You want to stop and comfort, yet you need to move quickly. Everywhere you would normally go for help, people are kicking you out. It seems nothing you are doing or can do is going to fix the situation. The more you try, the more frustrated you become because your current actions are just not enough. It's simply perfect. Also, Midna is the best companion ever. Not only is the Spirit Temple probably my favorite dungeon in a Zelda game, it also holds possibly my favorite boss in one too. And to add more to its resume, we have it as one of my favorite songs from the series. Capturing that Middle Eastern atmosphere perfectly would be enough, but just the way the track works through and with the dungeon makes it something truly special. While many dungeon themes are good on their own, there are few as good as this that complement the dungeon they are in as well. Not all of my memories of this song are good though. No matter what I do, I always hear the sound of flying pots coming at me. Oh jeez, what are there? Oh, why are there pots everywhere? Oh, what is going on? Thieves Farewell from Skyward Sword. Again, I'll try not to spoil anything, but wow. For a game I generally thought of as a weak link in the series, see what I did there? When the time comes for you and Fee to finally leave each other, it was incredibly hard not to cry. It was inevitable and we all knew it would happen. The circumstances it comes to pass under and what it leads to was so saddening, yet inspiring though. Having to part ways with a longtime companion would have been enough. But what Fee's true place in the world means for the series is truly incredible. I don't know how you do it, Nintendo, but you always manage to impress. The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap is quite possibly the most underrated Zelda game out there. It's definitely one of the best, and yet most overlook it simply because it's a handheld game. The Hyrule Town theme is a beautiful way to set up the expectation for adventure. I can't tell you how long I just spent running through the village trying to do anything and everything just to be able to hear this song longer. This game's intro actually reminds me very much of an RPG on the SNES, with a festival early on in the game as well. Something to do with time travel or whatever. Minish Cap knows how to get you ready to set out, get you pumped, and excite you with the fresh air of a new adventure right off the bat. Now speaking of adventure. Silly Zerbraxi, this isn't Dragon Roost Island. You're playing the wrong song. Alright, look. While I love that song, the Wind Waker theme is both the first song you hear and captures that feeling of going on an adventure the best across the series. You just know that this game is going to take you to places you never knew possible. To distant lands that even your imagination couldn't create. Meeting characters that will never leave your memories and fighting epic monsters. I don't need to sing Wind Waker's praises, since you all know as well as I do that this game is truly wonderful, and the art style just floods you with that feeling of childlike wonder and innocence. Wind Waker is the perfect representation of the adventures in my mind when I would run through the yard in the woods fighting off evil creatures and sailing across the endless seas. Wind Waker might just be the greatest adventure I have ever been on. Now it's getting serious. While it's not my favorite, yet very close, the Hyrule Castle music from A Link to the Past, I feel, is probably the best song in Zelda, period. It does everything right. It enhances the atmosphere, gives you courage yet makes you worry, has you excited to progress but unaware of what is coming. Immersion is not something many games do well, but the beginning to A Link to the Past with the help of this song can bring any player straight into the game itself. This is that song I could truly go on for days about why it's just such a masterpiece. The tune doesn't simply tell you how to feel like most tracks, but enforces your emotions in the best way possible. You must save Zelda, and even though you may be scared, the song gives you the courage to press forward. And once you grab the princess, you then make your hasty escape out of the castle. You're not only in charge of your own life now, but also the princess's. Don't screw up, Link. Don't blow it. 'Cause if you do, the world's over, Link. It's all done. It'll be destroyed. It'll be all your fault, Link. No pressure, man. Just don't fail. The Temple of Time theme from Ocarina is my favorite song from the series. This song is just... it's more than I can describe. There is just something that demands attention, authority, halting you in your tracks. The place you just entered is truly holy and sacred. Where you stand is important, more than you could imagine. The fact that the Temple of Time is set like a church is no mere coincidence either. It's meant to be a place for Link to be humbled. There's no way he can do it by himself. How can a child challenge such a terror on his own? He needs the help of the sages and goddesses, and while I'm in the Temple of Time, I'm reminded that wherever I am on my adventures, they're helping me and watching me. The songs up until this point are cheerful, but this truly stops you in your tracks. Such a reverent chant. I can't quite explain it, but this song never left me from my first time entering the Temple of Time. It's a song like no other, and yet, it's known by all of us as it's shown itself multiple times in the series, and I adore every time it comes on. I love the Song of Time. The Legend of Zelda is that series that basically everyone knows about, even if you haven't played it. I feel like I've done this before. Thanks a bunch for watching, and let me know what your favorite Zelda song is in the comments below. Also, don't forget to burn me at the stake for not having the Song of Storms on this list. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. It helps more than you may know. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Maybe?